silence. That is what you would get for the first 5 minutes of that hire of absolute shite. Normally I will come on, hi everyone, welcome to TTG, and with a home of the history and with a home of this, with a home of nothing. Tonight proved 11 or 12 players on that pitch did not give a shit about us, the club, the fans, or nobody. This was for the FA Cup, not the Tin Cup Cup or the Coca-Cola Cup or any small things. This was for the FA Cup. And we, as a fan, as a team, could not give a shit. And what I watched tonight was embarrassment. There is people tonight in another part of the world losing their lives who show more courage, more backbone, more something than what we showed tonight. Backbone. We are an embarrassment. We should go down fighting, and we went down like a bunch of pussies. And I'm absolutely fuming. But it's not just me that's fuming. I'll introduce the guests that have come on to this show. Next to me is my normal co-host who is going off angrily on his holiday. It's Ben, the Coffee Man. Good evening, Ben.
Is it a good evening? I think it's a shit evening so far. I mean, luckily I'm going away for a few days to get away from it all because the stick's going to be terrible. But as you said, there's a lack of anything from that team. There's a couple of players that need to never play for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club again. Yeah. And I got a lot of stick the other night for naming some of these players. And I've been proven right again that they shouldn't be playing for this football club again. And
that we will be getting
right. But I'm right. I don't like being right. I hate being right.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's and also joining us on this rant show, I'm going to call it. It's not a post-match show. It's the rant show. We have Kuva 99, who is on and off here on his break. He pops on when he feels like it and comes back in. Kuva, what did you make of it, sir?
Oh, go to Aaron first. He was on before me.
Aaron, my Irish brother, how are you?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to sort out my my visuals there. Hang on, I'll turn on my camera. Okay. We see if this works. All right.
There we go.
There you go, sir. How are you?
Oh, boys, brothers, the Buchels. How do I feel? Where do I begin? I've been bigging up Tottenham FA Cup history, you know, and to see that tonight, that shambolic performance, that embarrassment for lads like us, you know, Ben, I know you're younger than myself and Kuva and Dermot, but we grew up on the FA Cup. This was our competition, man. And to see the players with such a spineless, humiliating, embarrassing performance, every one of them. I'm a huge advocate for guys like Harry, for Sonny, you know, and I'm getting on the Kulusevski bandwagon. But just to see that, I mean, it was heartbreaking tonight. I personally feel humiliated because I've been going, we're going to win the cup. We're going to win the cup. And, you know, we're going to get the glory days back again. And how stupid do I look now? You know, this is what this club is doing to us. You know, it's just... Look, I know we're not 10 minutes in, but so I'm going to have to swear in Italian. Vaffanculo! Kuva,
over to you, man. I mean, you, like me and Aaron, we've seen them win an FA Cup. This hurts. I know it hurts every fan, but for us, it hurts us a bit more because we've seen them do it. What was your reaction tonight to it?
I had a lovely time. I'll just show you why. Look. Jacob's cream cracker, extra mature cheddar, spicy tomato salsa to make it a little bit cheeky, and then some pepperoni over the top. I've had a lovely time.
Is that how you spent your evening? Saucy, is right.
Was there some football on or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit. I'll turn that off at half time. Not letting my evening get ruined again. I just Burnley. Well, no, I didn't. I had it on in the background. I was doing other things. Just play a bit of on the computer. There's no point watching it when had it written all over. Hugo Lloris, man of the match for us. I think closely followed by, well, not closely, just followed by Romero, and then maybe Decky, and then Decky faded out of it badly as well.
Yeah,
we just had nothing.
No.
How can you rate anybody else more than a 4 out of 10? Some of these players are just beyond embarrassing. I've even given Harry Winks the benefit of the doubt in the recent weeks, saying we actually need him to pull something out of the bag. I'm not even sure there is a bag. What the hell was that? I mean, people. I know people give ludicrous ratings like 0 and minus scores for players, but I'm actually tempted to give him a 0 tonight. What did he do? The only bit of creativity he showed was basically giving the ball to them in dangerous positions.
Do you know who impressed me tonight, Cooper? I don't know if was that McNabb, Middlesbrough. He was outstanding.
Pick anyone on the Middlesbrough team. They wanted it. We only had 2 players showing any sort of desire, I thought. Otherwise, no, forget it. They're better than us, man to man, all over the pitch. Yeah. Totally deserved it. We lost to the better team. So let's not waste any time pulling punches. Just, we were shit. Deserved everything we got.
Yeah. Just spineless, mate. No balls.
Spineless, yeah. Absolutely, Aaron. Should we get through some... Sorry, Ben.
Emerson Royale is the worst football player I think I've ever seen play for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Can you please tell me who scouted that man? Because he once taken around the back of the stadium and given a good beating.
Who paid 25 million for the guy or whatever it cost? I mean, for F's sake.
Barcelona must be crying with laughter.
Yeah, it is.
One of us would have done better tonight. I got a lot of stick on the Irish Hotspur the other day. Big up those boys at the Irish Hotspur. Love those guys. I got a lot of stick for criticising Emerson, saying he can't cross as a fullback, which is what the fullback does in the modern game. I should have gone further. He can't defend and he cannot cross as a fullback.
Yeah.
He can't do anything.
No. Shall we get through some of these comments,
Ben? I don't even trust him to make that little biscuit that Cooper made. That I think he'd get it all wrong. He'd have the pepperoni on the bottom. He'd have the cheese on the top. I couldn't trust him to run a bath.
Should we put Cooper on full screen? Should we put you on full screen, Cooper, and you can show us how you make one? Might be more interesting.
Well, it's not that complicated, but it's obviously more complicated than anything our team can manage.
Yeah, lads, let's just do a live cooking show because Tottenham are ruining us.
I've literally put 4 ingredients together there. That's more than the team.
Yeah, Emerson still couldn't do it.
No. Just a quick up to Moondog. I received your second package this morning, Moondog. And
big up, Moondog.
I'll tell you one thing. There's a picture of Graham Roberts, and also Graham Roberts has been in hospital for what I can read on Twitter recently. And from everyone here at TTG, we wish him a speedy recovery for what he's been through. So big up, Robbo. And he was skipper for Spurs, so he was the second in command to Steve Perriman. So big up, Robbo, and
the epitome of everything we didn't show tonight.
Exactly, absolutely. We'll get through some of these comments, Cove, and then we'll go through the team, and then we'll give everyone a chance to give their damning performance on them. Big up, Moondog. He says, "Well, that was shite. We got exactly what we deserved. Spot on."
I don't know. We could have lost by more. I think that would have been deserved as well.
Yeah. We've got Anthony Gray here. He says, "Lost for words."
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have here Anthony Gray as well, saying Conte's post-match interview will be interesting.
It will all be censored by our press office.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to wait 3 weeks to unwrap that one.
Either that or he's resigned already. We can't play in the rain. We can't play. There's a song to this. I've just worked out.
Can't play in the rain.
We can't play more than once a week. No depth in the squad. Not enough real hard men in the team. We were bullied. Bullied? As I called them, they're a bunch of pussies.
whispering it doesn't make it any lesser to say it.
Right, yeah. Dermot trying not to curse it always cracks me up.
Just in case you get taken off.
Let it out, Dermot. Let it out, brother.
Yeah. Well, we're 15 minutes in, so you can swear as much as you like now. A little bit,
Right.
Aaron. Within reason. Within reason.
Okay, can we go full Irish cursing here?
No.
Okay.
No.
Only I will understand what he means.
That's
but
what
yeah.
Emerson Royale was tonight.
Mr. DP, good evening. It says hi, guys. Hi. Moondog, it was disgraceful. Nicholas,
Barry, Sean.
Joan, I'm going to put the link in the chat for.
Is Nick there? Barry,
I'm
Barry,
going to
get on,
actually
brother.
put it
Get
in
on,
for
man.
Nick to get on because I'm going to love Nick's thoughts on this.
Yeah, especially because I've only got 13 minutes. I've got to head off early. I still haven't packed my bag, and I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Typical.
You can do it later, Ben. This is more important. Actually, skiing's more important. Actually,
shout at me.
No, this is definitely.
And he's not in a
more
good
important.
mood either. After that, he's not in a good mood.
Right. What happened to Genio?
Coutinho.
I don't think he had a bad.
Coutinho was good, lads, in the first half.
Yeah,
he was getting into space.
Right. We took him off and we replaced him for Emerson, who was fucking shit.
When Emerson came on, I said to myself, I said, Coover's getting ready to get his vocals ready to slag him off.
Yeah.
Like what I said, Doherty isn't the greatest footballer, but he offers something. He offered something going forward. Emerson offers jack shit. He doesn't even.
I love you, Ben. I love you, Ben. Marry me. You're so correct, brother.
See, TGG.
And bringing Emerson on is the same as in boxing, throwing the towel in.
It is.
It was like bringing on. It was like putting on a clown, right? Instead of putting on a proper player. That's what we've
and he's wearing clown boots as well, mate. You know, yeah. I mean, that's huge.
I called him Bobo the Clown on Dave's channel, and I stick by that. He is Bobo the Clown. Or is it Boo Boo the Clown?
We would have wasted less money had we spent the 25 million on some of Amaramp's farts. That's how shit Emerson Royale is. Fucking shit footballer.
Right. We've got Paul here.
To describe him without it rhyming with mirthless hunt.
Yeah. Paul here, we apologize.
Big up Bob Spur, our brother.
Yeah.
Paul was saying, unfortunately, this is the level of our team currently. Nothing much will change until the summer. I've accepted it to avoid the stress of broken hope. Yeah.
But I was hoping for an FA Cup this year. I got all my hopes. I even dusted down Spurs are on the way to Wembley to play tonight. Now I've got to put it back in the loft again for another year.
Dermot, I was doing the same thing. I was in the chat on Harris's stream earlier saying, I'll be listening to Ozzy's stream, Chaz and Dave, we're going to win the cup.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a mug, mate. I am a mug because I buy into this delusion. And I should know, 41 years being a Tottenham fan, 21 years at Levy. I should just, I should know, but I'm deluded, mate. I always think we're going to do something. We're going to get top four. We're going to win a cup. I fill my head full of shite, mate.
Good evening, sir. How are you? Or was that a daft question?
So I could copy Kiva because that was about as exciting as that was more exciting than watching that load of crap that I just watched and wasted 2 hours of my life on. So
we're never going to get them 2 hours back again somehow.
Yeah, we will. Next match it'll probably be the same.
It's not 2 hours though, is it, Dermot? It's added on to the other 2 hours, to the other 2 hours, to the other 2 hours.
I wonder when we all go up to heaven, we can make a bargain with God, right? And say, right, get up there. Look, we spent half our life supporting Tottenham. Can you put us down for them minutes we've accumulated?
I'll tell you what, if there is a God or multiple gods, but if there is a God or multiple gods, as I think there's about 3,000 that people believe in the world, none of them are Tottenham fans. Absolutely none of them.
Oh Lord! I just love Coover up in the corner, just flexing his flat cap.
Here's the best bed in heaven. Here you go. The heaven is yours. You have suffered.
Oh Jesus! Right, let's get on with these comments, then we'll get into the team. We've got Moondog here saying, "I'm just going to watch replays of the good days as I remember them." Well, you'll find that here on Tottenham Tantrum Gold, all the good days. And Duck Jive has put a load of new games up of Tottenham on the big match. He's put a load up recently, so there's a load of new games coming. Conte needs to walk. No point paying high salaries to a manager. These clowns. How manic will his press conference? How manic he'll be in his press conference? I'll actually go around the table with this one. I'll start with you, Ben. Do you think he might walk out tonight?
No. I think he's been promised the world in the summer, and we're just doing damage control until we get to the summer. I don't see him walking out anytime soon. But what I do see him doing is going to the board tonight and saying, these players are shit. Get them all out.
Yeah. Coof?
He's kind of committed himself to us, hasn't he? He'll be here to the summer, I think. But he's given up any hope of doing anything worthwhile with the team.
Yeah.
How can you? He's got to rely on Harry Winks at the moment. I mean, Jesus Christ. To be fair to Winks, there were times where he reminded me of Zidane tonight. Those times where Zidane's wearing a suit and he's got his dress shoes on and perhaps he's getting out of a car or something.
Aaron?
Conte's not walking tonight, lads, but he might well cycle out on 2 deflated tyres when it comes to the summer, right? Because he looked deflated to me tonight. We'll see what happens, right? But there's no way he's going anywhere after tonight. I mean, come on. Yeah. But he did look, I have to say, his body language wasn't usual tonight. None of the team's body language tonight was right. Like, I know Will Stewart, who I often go on his channel, is big into statistical analysis and that, and I'm more about the eye test and the body language kind of side of the game. But everything just looked deflated to me tonight. But yeah, there we go. And
Barry, what do you?
No, he's not walking. I'd like to hear what Will has to say about Son's performance, because if he thinks that his performance tonight was good, he was probably one of the worst players on the pitch.
Yep. Yeah. He missed 2 sitters.
Totally right. Totally right, Barry.
Yeah.
So if he starts piping on about stats, I'm going to go in on him.
If he's on later, I'll see you there, brother. Definitely. By the way, I love Son. I've got Korean family. Okay, so nobody think that I.
It was poor. He should have scored 2 goals tonight.
Apart from Lloris, that was it. Lloris stopped it being 3 or 4. You know?
He certainly did. We've got Phil here. Big up, Phil. I've got his markings for the team. I'll give you them when we do the team. He said the ref was on fire tonight. Sign him up.
Well, if we tried to sign him up tonight with a big bribe and a brown paper envelope, we would have accidentally torn the envelope open and lost all the cash down the drain.
Yeah, that is very true. Paul says, I love Romero, but he does seem to lose his man often on set pieces. Yeah, he does. He really does.
That's a very good point. That is a really good point. And I noticed that tonight. I was really looking at that. Yeah, I mean, set pieces, get goals side of them. It's the first thing you learn when you play football. You're letting your man get in front of you. I like Romero's attitude, but man, his positioning at times is pretty poor.
Yeah, we've got Daryl. We've got Daryl Denton. Good evening, Daryl. Thank you for joining us. He said, I said from day one that Emerson plays on roller skates. Yeah, well, he wears. He plays in clown boots. That's what he plays in. Mark Cousins, big up, Mark. Thank you for joining us again. Another year without a trophy. I think I'm cursed supporting this team. Big up, Aaron Dub.
Let's hope Mark got himself to the pub tonight to watch. Yeah. That's all we can say.
Who are some shider?
Yeah.
All right.
We've got big up Moondog. We've got Moondog here. But he says, Ben, please take Emerson and Winks, also Doherty with you. Now, Doherty had a good game tonight, I think, in the first half. Yeah.
I think the plane's not that strong. It can't carry those anchors.
No. Well, we've got the main man in. Big up, Bob Spur. Hope you're well tonight. I'm sorry the result didn't go your way to just give you that extra lift, but I hope you're okay, sir. And big up from everyone here. He says the biggest worry was we played like we just didn't care. Quarter-final to play for, they just don't care. No creativity in the midfield doesn't help. Emerson not knowing how to play offside too. I'll start with you, Keith, on that, and then I'll go around to you, Barry, and then Aaron, then you, Ben. What do you say to Bob Spur on that? Because what he says is all of it's spot on.
No, there's one word I'll take issue with, and that's the offside bit. I think it should just read Emerson not knowing how to play too. One of the worst signings we've ever made. I don't care what anybody says about him. He's absolute dog shit. I don't see any way he's going to improve either. He can't cross a ball. I mean, if you're that age and you still can't cross a ball, what are you as a footballer? I mean, Jesus Christ. Learn that skill when you're 9 years old.
I learned that when I was 5.
Barry, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a, you know, we didn't look like we cared against Chelsea in the 2 semi-finals. We didn't look like we thought we were going to turn up and just win because we're playing a team in the Championship. Look, these boys beat Man United, right? And Man United, if you look at the table, are better than us at the moment. You know, so we went there. We thought, oh, it's all right. You know, and this goes back to what we were saying about Leeds on the weekend. Were we that good, or were Leeds that bad? It just goes to show how bad Leeds were and how we weren't that good on you know, at the weekend. So yeah, Emerson, Winks. I'd even go as far to say now as Højbjerg as well. He was awful again. He's turning in performances that are absolutely shocking. And if it is true, and we've got Skippy and Bentancur back for Everton, then that would be absolutely amazing. You know, I get the point that we spoke about, touched about Romero losing his man, but at least he cares. At least he puts tackles in. At least he fights. At least he, you know, again, he's not that young, but he's, you know, getting used to the Premier League and everything else. So, you know, we can forgive him. But, you know, and you know, Dortinho, I thought he was going to ping that ball in that, you know, that score that goal, but he just, you know, again, it just seemed rushed. It just seemed, you know, that they just didn't want to be on the pitch, and it's a real worry. And you know, we're sat there now, but hey, at least we can focus on the top 4, right? Because we're in that race.
I don't know. To be fair to Doherty, he thought he was playing for Kildare or Dublin in Irish football, Gaelic football, and he thought he's going for a point instead of 3 points.
He was waiting for the old officials to come out and then back, or whatever they do.
Yeah, he was waiting for the officials to wave the white flag to say it was a point. That's what he was going, bless him. Go to you, Ben. What do you say to Bob Spur?
He's spot on. Emerson, I don't think not only does he not know how to play, as Kuva said, doesn't know how to get on the pitch.
No.
He needs someone to help him get on. He's like, I don't understand why he's still in the team. And there's someone we've missed out, someone I've been very, very supportive of recently, and that's Mr. Højbjerg. He was shocking again against a team he should be dominating. Yeah. It was shocking. Winks, shocking. That's the reason why the team's poor. Because those two haven't got a clue how to play in football. Both those two don't play football.
No.
And also, Ben, sorry to interrupt you. Reggie, what the hell did he do when he came on? It just goes to show why Cess has been playing instead of him.
Yeah. I thought Cess played quite well in the first half, actually.
Cess was the only good player in the team today.
Cess and Doughty, both of them, you know, in the outfield, were probably the best 2 players on the pitch, you know.
Even then, you've got to limit it to the first half, haven't you? I mean, I think Kulusevski played pretty well in the first half. He had some decent touches. But, so on Romero as well. He was doing some great stuff when he was bombing forward with them coming out, but that's it.
Yeah. Aaron, what do you say to Bob Spur's comments there?
I just there's 4 words that Bob says there. No creativity in midfield. And this is something that we lack when we play against teams with low block or teams that are going to be tough and fight. And I love Skip. I do have a bit of a crush on Højbjerg because of what he did for us last season, but no creativity in midfield. And I think we're so reliant on Harry dropping deep that, just to produce that little moment of magic, the Glenn Hoddle passes. But we need and I know they're not available, but we need a Gascoigne. We need somebody, an Ericsson. We need a player like that just to be able to unlock defenses. But again, I mean, Sonny, who I absolutely love, I'd go to bed with the guy. He was just, where was he today? Where was Harry? And Kulishevsky, by the way, who he didn't actually get that many touches in the first half.
No, it was like promising little glimpses. It wasn't a lot, was it?
No. And also, I agree with Ben regarding Cess. I think Cess, but he did try hard. I think Doherty, as awful as his finishing was tonight, he was getting into space. He was running back and forth up and down the wing, and yeah, lads, it was just one of those nights, wasn't it? I mean, we've been Spurs fans combined. If you put our years together, being Spurs fans added up probably 200 years, mate. And it's
Do you know what gets me? And big up Bob Spur for the message, sir. And I hope you are doing well.
Speaking of which, here he is. Evening, mate.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, lads.
Brother Bobby, great to hear you.
God, what I'd do to be in a fucking coma again.
Oh, Jesus, Bob. You're lethal, man. You are lethal.
Fucking hell. What dog shit was that?
Extras.
Oh, Lord, that was brilliant. Sorry. I tell you one.
Clip that.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, Bob. We've rarely missed your sense of humour on YouTube. We rarely have, sir. We rarely have. How are you feeling, by the way? First of all, how are you feeling?
Good, mate. I'm tubeless now, so my trachea came out. My NG tube from my nose has come out. So, yeah, standing up now on my own accord. Hoping to be home in a couple of weeks. So,
amazing.
Yeah, all go good. I can eat everything I want, anything I want. So, Kim's bringing in a five guys hot dog on Thursday.
Oh,
so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, slowly but surely getting back to small steps.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help when you're watching dog shit like that.
Nah.
Yeah, it's absolutely garbage. But like Aaron's just said, no creativity in midfield. The amount of times we had runners, Decky going over and Sessegnon going over, and Winks and Højbjerg would just either pass it back or pass it sideways. They're good at what they do. Højbjerg is good at what he does at times. I mean, he should have. I don't know who it was, but he should have dominated the game today. He shouldn't be outclassed by a 33-year-old championship player. Hassan completely dominated him. But if you had someone with a bit of creative midfield, a bit of creative flair in midfield, I think would be doing loads better. But Winks, no, it's just nothing there, and to add no heart and no fighting spirit to it as well, we're always going to lose. We're always going to lose that game.
Oh, I don't know. There was that bit where Winks lost the ball on the edge of their area.
Yeah,
chased all the way back to not quite do anything. I thought that.
Yeah, he can't even foul.
Yeah.
He can't even foul properly.
Yeah. He couldn't catch him, and then when he finally did get a chance to do something in the penalty area, there's nothing.
Exactly, it was in the area.
Anyway.
I'll say one thing: if that team had half the determination and guts that you have, Bob, they'd be a far better team.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I do. And it was like tonight, I heard what's ever happened in the world. 2 footballers died for their country tonight. Putting that show, for standing up and guts and determination. and 11 players who are paid loads of money couldn't go onto a football pitch and just play for 90 minutes and win the game they should have won. They should be
I'll repeat what I say to them. They just didn't care.
No.
They just didn't care. It was their last chance to win a bit of silverware.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals. So literally, 3 games away from winning it. And they just didn't care. It's the not caring that bugs bothers me the most. Is the not caring.
Yeah.
And you can't compensate for that.
No.
Well, it's a good thing it's Pancake Day, isn't it? Because that was fucking flat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen Tottenham win trophies. Myself, you, Bob, Barry, and Aaron, and Coover, and even Ben in 2008. But we've seen them when they was Robbo's not well at the moment, and as Coover said earlier, we could have done with him tonight and a bit of Steve Perriman in that midfield. Winks for me should never play for Tottenham again. Not ever.
Who we got? Skip's injured. Who we got? Who else we got?
Doris the Tea Lady.
I'm actually at the point. I'm happy to see Harvey White and Alfie Devine.
Yeah. Same here.
Both at the same time.
Yeah.
Just give it a go. Why not?
You don't know. I mean, this is and for what Conte's thinking, he must be thinking, what the hell have I done?
Who was our right back in pre-season? Was he Finnish or
Paskalski from Estonia?
That's it. He very good player. He seemed better than both Doherty and well, certainly Emerson. I mean, fucking hell, my 7-year-old's better than Emerson. But I mean, why are we giving him a go? He looked good in pre-season. Obviously, there's a big difference, but for him not to be involved in the squad or anywhere near the squad does, it's kind of surprising.
I watched him play when Estonia played Wales, and he was brilliant. Like, he really looked the part. And only a young fella, Bob, as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Took on responsibility, had balls, decent with the ball at his feet, decent, defensively, decent going forward, worked his arse off. Yeah, he's one player I'm surprised hasn't been more involved.
But if Harvey White comes in and does well, that's a few pennies saved for Levy, isn't it?
Certainly is.
It's just unbelievable. The one trophy that really did belong to us, we've just went out there. And I tell you one thing, I was impressed with that McNabb and the most of the Middlesbrough team tonight. They were fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Got to give credit to Burma. Got to give them credit tonight.
Yeah. Every single one of them playing their socks off.
Yeah.
Works
really I'd sign up their right back.
Yeah.
Definitely go for the right back.
I would. I thought he was brilliant tonight.
I'd have him and I'd have the Forest right back as well. Have both of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, him one side, Sessignon the other side. Wouldn't be too bad.
Where else would you change, Bob, in the team? Where else would you concentrate in the summer?
Definitely right back. I mean, Emerson's not good enough. Doherty, I agree with you, is probably one of our better players. Take him off, I didn't understand that. Taking Sessignon off, I didn't understand. If anyone, I understand we probably need a bit more of an attacking mindset, but I don't agree with Sessignon coming off. We obviously need to see the fullbacks. We need a couple of proper wing backs rather than fullbacks. Creative midfielder, we definitely 100% need that, and we need strikers. We need a striker. I mean, both times Scarlett's come on, he's had 5 minutes. What's he going to do in fucking 5 minutes? We need striker, and a creative midfielder or two, couple of wing backs and defender. I mean, let's be honest. To sort this team out, we need 6 to 8 players.
Yeah. We
need 6 to 8 players to sort this team out.
That's just for the first team. You need backup as well. We're so far behind.
2-3 windows. 2-3 windows. And is Conte going to hang around for that?
Do you think that's soon? I'm thinking 5 or 6.
Could be, mate, yeah. the way we buy players, and yeah.
Nothing is going to change why Levy and Enoch are there. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. I mean, nothing's ever going to change because you know full well he won't spend the money. He will spend as little as he can in the summer just to do. He would just do a bit. It's always a bit.
It is. But like Ben says, you're hoping that it's been promised the earth. He's not going to walk out tonight. He's got another year after the end of the season, and hopefully, the miracle happens and Levy does spend a bit of money. But yeah, I don't quite share Ben's optimism. I can't see that.
Put things in perspective again. If it's 3 transfer windows, by that time we're looking at Hugo's contract being up again very soon.
Well, we definitely need another goalkeeper, don't we, Cooper? Because Gleaney ain't going to hang around. He's not going to hit, even if he plays the remaining Premier League games, he's not going to hit the 20. Is it the 20 games that we have to buy more?
It is.
15. Yeah. So he's not going to. Yeah. I mean, he's played, I think, 7 Premier League games at the moment. So we're not going to be in a position where we have to buy him. I don't want to buy him. I think he's shit. So I think we should go out and get a first team goalkeeper as well. Who's that?
Bob.
I don't know.
Sorry, Bob. No, there's a goalkeeper who I'm a big advocate of, partially because I'm Irish and I have a bit of bias. But he started out. He got his debut for Shamrock Rovers at 16 years old. Man City signed him up. He's about 20 now. His name is Gavin Bazunu, and this guy is a commanding goalkeeper. He's Ireland's first choice goalie now. And I think now there's a certain thing I have about goalkeepers. I believe obviously they need time and experience to reach their peak. So he's a young fella, but if we could snap him up, his contract's nearly up with City. If we could get him in and he could learn under Lloris for the next couple of years, I honestly think that guy could be our goalkeeper for the next 10 years, and he is good, Bobby. I mean that. Dermo will probably back me up on that. He's
Aaron. I mean, we played away to Portugal, and he actually saved. I mean, he saved 2 penalties. He saved from. Was it 2, Aaron? He saved.
I'll have to rewind, brother.
One of them
head like a save man.
Yeah, but one of them was a world-class save. I mean, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
How much is it going to cost to get him in if he's 20 and brilliant?
His contract is up. No, his contract's up with City. Yep.
Right.
So he's a free agent.
Pretty much, yeah. Come, I think the summer. Yeah.
Well, if it's up in the summer, he's in a position to talk to team clubs at the moment, isn't he?
Mm.
I'd love it if we could get it out there amongst the Tottenham community. He really is. He's going to be like a proper world-class keeper. And Irish lads grew up playing a sport called GAA, right, Gaelic football. So they can deal with crosses. They can deal with, a bit of aggression in the box. That's one thing we do. I think get right because of GAA is that we can produce a tough goalkeeper, someone who's not scared to come out and claim the ball. So that's
and of course he's training with Edison, which can't be bad.
Yep, spot on.
But then he's going to be training with bloody Emerson, the other Emerson. The shit.
Yeah. Fucking.
We can all look doom and gloom, right? Can we look at any positives at all for the rest of the season? I'll start with you, Bob.
No. I mean, today's performance makes you even wonder if we're going to finish top 6. Of course, mathematically, we've still got a chance for top 4. I'm delusional. Being delusional, clutching at straws is part and parcel of being a Spurs fan. So, I still believe that we can challenge for that top 4. But we've seen, we all know our running, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool. We know we've got hard games and it's going to be difficult. But if we're not going to finish top 4, I'd rather not qualify for Europe. I honestly wouldn't, be it the Europa or the Conference League. I'd rather not finish qualify for Europe, have a clean, one game a week start to next season, build up a bit of a points tally. But then, if we don't qualify for Europe, is Conte going to hang around?
It's sort of like catch-22, isn't it? We're sort of damned if we do and damned if we don't.
Yeah, but no, there's nothing positive to come out after today's game. Absolutely nothing.
Well, Cooper's snack looked pretty good.
Yeah, that was the positive thing to come out of it. How we made that.
I've got a positive. My granddaughter's 3 years old today, man.
Oh, happy birthday! What's her name, Aaron?
Her name is Emma.
Happy
baby
birthday, Emma.
Happy birthday, Emma.
As long as it's not Emma's son.
No. her name is Emma Rakairo. She's Japanese. Emma Rakairo McDove Golf.
Nice.
What a fucked up name, but there you go.
Emma Rakairo.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
Hopefully she can support Tottenham because she would be bloody miserable just like the rest of us.
Do you know what kills me is Rika, my daughter. She's a big Takehiro Tomiyasu fan, and she's now switched to Arsenal because of Tomiyasu. So
good choice.
No, Bobby. and to Mark Cousins in the comments, I can't do another impression of you. You'll have to tell me what to say. If you put me on the moment, on the spot, I can't just spontaneously come out with it, mate. So tell me what to say, and I'll do my best.
We've got this lovely comment for you here, Bob. It says, Bob Spur, I've missed your wise words, brother. Great to have you back. And that's from John Fitzpatrick.
Big up, John.
Big up,
Fitz. I call him Fitz. Big up, Fitz.
Yeah, big up me Irish brother.
Fitz, he's a great lad, man. He's a lovely chap. Troublemaker. Typical Irish, typical Limerick boy. He's trouble.
Yeah, that's
big
very
up George
true.
as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for your kind words, George.
Yeah, he says the worst scenario is to slip down the league and have a poor summer transfer window. The alarm bells will start ringing. Well, I think they're already ringing. I think they are already ringing. I was going to go through the team, but I think that might be a bit depressive.
No, I don't want to.
No. It's absolute. It really kicks you in the stomach, doesn't it? When we play that bad, you just don't know what to say or do because you sort of got your hands in your head thinking, why the fuck did we watch them? But we do.
I know. It's seriously, it's like getting a kick in the nuts. You go from having a boner, but you go from having a boner 1 minute. Sorry, lads, but for the analogies here, but literally, you're going from having a boner to having a kick in the nuts every week watching this club. It's
I don't think.
And hello to Shamu. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't think Bond the Cat would cheer us up.
No, I don't think Bomb the Cat. Bomb the Cat would actually.
Yeah, I'd love a bit of Bond right now. Shamu, get on, man.
Right. We'll just all go off air. Just have a picture of Bond in the middle. That'll do. Leave that on for an hour.
So
play Bond at right back.
Yeah.
He's more fluffy than Emerson, but he's cuter as well. So yeah, I'll give him that role.
I was thinking of playing actually Coover at right back. I thought Coover could just barge them out of the way.
Fucking too right.
That's this issue that we have about creativity.
Yeah. At least they aren't going to dribble round me in a hurry, not without getting out of breath.
Oh Lord. I mean, where do we? It's quite funny. We look back over the years, especially on this channel. We look at the great games and our great cup wins. We look at Steve Perriman lifting up the FA Cup. I mean, it hurts. I'm really devastated tonight. We're really upset. More than I was. I was angry with the Chelsea game, but I'm more upset with tonight. And I think that's because it's the FA Cup. It means a lot to this club, doesn't it? I mean, what do we need to do with these players? How do we make them realise that they're playing for the best club in the for me, the best club in the world. I know we're not playing well, but they're still Tottenham Hotspur for me.
You can't install that, Dermot. You can't install that. You can't install heart into someone. You can't install a love of the club into someone. Harry Kane cares. We know that. We know Harry Kane cares, and that's why at the beginning of the season, I totally disagreed with his actions. But then I thought, if we can get pissed off with the hierarchy, not investing, not taking us to the next level, for a lad who's actually playing for the club that he loves and is disillusioned, there's no surprise how he acted. So he's got the heart, he's got the love of the club, but you can't install that kind of shit into an Emerson, a Højbjerg, a Doherty, a Sessegnon. You can't install that. It's up to them. Højbjerg, I do believe does care, but the quality lets him down. I believe Dyer cares. I really do. I think Dyer cares, and I think he's been one of our better players of late. But you can't install the love or like I say, the feeling of how great the club is. You can't install that into someone. It's up to them to come in and say, "This is my club. I'm not going to let this club down." And unfortunately, we've got too many people who don't think that, who don't feel that. So you got like I say, what can you do? You can't do anything. It's up to the players.
I think it's spread to the fans as well. We've got a lot of fans that are quite happy to settle for mediocrity because they haven't seen any different. 100%. A lot of the younger fans don't know what it's like when we had a team that every season would be challenging for silverware. It's a massive difference. The whole mindset has gone. We're like a plastic club at the moment. It's all corporate events and nothing on the pitch. It's
what a shiny stadium.
Yeah, well, that's it. Nice. Well, we can fill the beer glasses quickly. That's important as well. Don't forget that.
I mean, I've always said I would have preferred White Hart Lane and success than this shiny new stadium and what we've got now. And I know we needed to build a new stadium to move on, but surely to God, I would have preferred the old White Hart Lane to what we've got now. At least
if we built on the White Hart Lane team, Dermot, if we added under Poch when we were at our peak, and we brought in a Bruno, a Skriniar, a Grealish, a Dybala, even three of those players, if we brought them in and took them to the next level, there wouldn't be any issues with regards to the shiny stadium. And you know what? For the money that we spent on a Lo Celso and an Dembele, these guys wouldn't have cost that much more. A Dybala, we know how much he was coming for. Skriniar wouldn't have been that much. Bruno, we know how much he came for. I mean, fucking hell, Grealish, we could have got him for £6.5 million, and still Levy decided to.
2 million in Josh Onama.
And Villa have confirmed that they accepted 6.5 million from Levy, and by the time he came into Sparta and delayed it, the new owners came in and they were like, "Oh, sorry." So I don't mind the new stadium. I think we never invested in the team correctly to match to complement that new stadium. So yeah, definitely would have loved to have stayed at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, because that last season, we never lost a game there that last season. I mean, that last year there was just, if we bought 2 or 3 new players, I think in the Poch era, we would have won the league, and I think we would have won the Champions League if we bought 2 or 3 players. Before that, we would have had a good shot. I mean, we should have won the league the year Leicester won it. But again,
we bottled it, mate. We
were 2 or 3 players short. Gary Lineker said it tonight in the BBC. Even back in '91 when he played for us, we're always a few players short. Jonathan Woodgate would say the same thing. So Jermaine Defoe will always a few players short. And the buck stops with Levy. He's the one that pulls the purse strings. He's the one that says, yes, you can have that amount of money to buy that player, or buy a Bruno, or buy a Diablo, or buy a Fernandez we were after, or Jack what's his name? The fellow that went to Man City for 100 million.
Grealish.
Yeah. We could have bought him. We could have bought all these players. And it's really frustrating because we could be in such a bigger place now than what we are now. And Coover is right. It does go to the fans because the fans feed off that as well. And then some fans just accept and it's what's happening, but not like for myself and you, Bob, and Coover and Aaron and Ben, that we won't accept what's going on because we know what our history has told us. We know what we've done in the past and what we can do.
Do you know something, Dermot?
We still should have won. We still should have won tonight.
Yeah, we should have done.
Yeah.
Our fan base is soft, right? I look at other teams' fan base. I occasionally watch the likes of Lee Gunner, and sorry for admitting that on other team channels. Their fans don't tolerate the bollocks that our fans do.
Yeah,
like we're happy to sit back, get soft, have the happiest bar or the biggest bar in Europe or whatever, and the lovely shiny stadium. And our fan base is soft, and I think our players are reflecting that. And also in Bon the Cat breaking news, Bon is asleep and Shamu has to go out for a walk, so he can't come on.
But like Coover says, Aaron, it's the new breed of Spurs fan. You've got to remember, people who were born in 30 years ago, or 20 years, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, haven't seen success because obviously when we won it into 2004, they would have been 4 or 5 years old. They've never seen success. They don't know what success. They think challenging top 4 is success. And having new stadium is success. We don't have that fan base. We don't have that fan base who will, when we go protesting, we're all over 40s. Majority of us all over 40 protesting. So we're not going to see the new breed aren't going to be as passionate about the lack of investment like us old gits are, because we've been there, we've seen it. And 91 was obviously I saw success in the 80s and late 80s, 84s, but 91 was my first visit of Wembley to see Spurs. Took both the semi-final and final, and what I'd do to see that again. Yeah. It was the old Wembley. I remember someone spilling beer down my back or some sort of drink down my back. I remember my dad giving me a black eye because he celebrated one of the goals. It was Gary Lineker's, Gary Lineker's, Paul Stewart's equaliser in the final. And as he went to celebrate, he elbowed me in the eye. But I was too busy celebrating, but I got a black eye out of that. Paul Walsh hitting the bar with a looping kick. I wish Des Walker hadn't got to the goal because Gary Mabbott was right behind him, and that would have made up for the own goal that he's got scored against Coventry. I really wish he'd got his reward for that. But yeah, I still remember that day so vividly. It's still there, and God, what I'd do to get back there. I actually worked out when the cup final was going to be, and if I'd be well enough to go to it. Fucking hell, man.
Bob, I sent to Daigle last week. I sent him the 1987 Cup final, the program. I know we lost 3-2 in that, but
yeah.
He said it a few times. That was the first game he remembered was the 87 Cup final. So I sent him the program there that my uncle brought me back. in '87, but my earliest memory of FA Cup was, and earliest Tottenham memory was my uncle playing me Aussie's Dream, lending me the records, Chaz and Dave, sat in front of the TV in 1981, watching the replay. I was 7 years old, mate. I'm the same age as you, Bobby, yeah? And that's my earliest Spurs memory, growing up on cup victories, 81, 82, UEFA 84, 91, mate, so, and even the loss in 87.
87 was a great game, yeah.
It was a terrific game, yeah.
We had a great season that year in '87. I mean, we really did. It
was a Paul Allen season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we had a great kit too, mate. My mum in the box of Spurs memorabilia she kept for me, kept the Subutio 1987 team, mate, with the stripy jerseys. I don't know if you remember that kit that we wore in '87, but I had that in my Subutio thing. And my old there, she kept it, mate. I gave it to my nephew, but unfortunately he became a Chelsea fan, so we won't talk about that.
We were the nearly team in '87. Finished second, didn't we?
Yeah.
Clive Allen, mate, wasn't it 49
Clive
goals?
Allen, yeah.
I think I'm just going to briefly interrupt because we're going to say good night to Ben because he's got to pack for his holiday tomorrow.
Ben, I shall see you when you get back, sir.
I will see you in 5 days, guys.
See you in 5 days.
Where are you off, mate? Where are you off, Ben? Where are you off?
Off to France, off to go some skiing, get over there, and hide in a hut somewhere.
What part of France, Ben? I've got a sister in Aix-en-Provence, if you're up in that neck of the woods.
No, just near Italy, really. It's the border of Italy and France, so it's near enough there. But
nice.
Yeah, it was great to share a stream with you as well, Bob. You were the first person I shared a stream with, so it's great to be back.
Yes, I know, mate. I was watching the other night. I was overwhelmed by the love from you guys, and I saw you guys on tonight. I thought, I got to go on, even though we lost.
Yeah,
I do know it's an honor. First time you've been on this channel as well. It really is an honor. It's just like you feel you've made it. Bob's come on, and you feel you've made it in the YouTube world.
No.
I tell you one thing, myself and Bob share something similar. We both survived tracheostomies, I can never pronounce the word right. I was 7 months old, Bob was 47, and we're both still here, so yeah, let's go.
Good luck, Ben, mate. Have a wicked time.
It's better than what we had tonight. So big up everyone on the panel. Thank you, as always, everyone in the chat for the comments and subscribes. And
avoid the Everton game, mate.
Yeah, avoid.
If you want to change your holiday destination, I hear Middlesbrough's quite nice this time of year.
Yeah, probably.
I would have told him to go to Las Vegas and just stay there just move to Las Vegas and just enjoy yourself.
Anywhere that isn't Tottenham.
Yeah,
all right, lads.
I hear Macau is good at this time of year.
Yeah. Thank you, boys. I'll see you later.
Ben, I'll see you when you get back, sir. Take care.
Right, shalom.
Yeah, shalom.
I nearly said another European country there, but I don't think that would have been.
I do know what.
No.
I was thinking of going there for my holidays. If I'm thinking what you're thinking, Bob, I was thinking of going there for 2 weeks. But just very quickly on what's happening in the world, you have to say, Lord Jesus, that them people in that country are showing guts, and loads of determination.
And thank I'm not religious, so I don't like to use the term thank God because I don't have a religion, but thank God FIFA and UEFA finally grew a pair of balls and banned Russia. I mean, about time. This is the type of pressure that needs to be put. I don't want to bring it down the political route, but about time, FIFA.
Yeah, and I think FIFA and UEFA big up. We'll go through some of these comments quickly, Koof. If I hit them, you read them, sir?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go on there.
Derek Hutchinson, the FA Cup doesn't mean anything to that mob tonight, Dermot.
No.
Yeah.
Really
they should be watching TGG. Sorry.
Yeah. Paul Brown said, last time we lifted a cup, watched my son who was with my son who was 8. He came out to watch the Drost again tonight in anticipation of another route to a cup. What was I thinking? Yet another delusional fan. Yeah, I think it's like we always keep saying, it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? We hope things will get better, but I think deep down we could sort of see this coming. There was always at the back of your mind this was on the cards. Views on Spurs, Bob Spur. I'm gutted, but it's great to hear your voice. Keep up,
Big
keep
up,
up,
mate.
God bless.
Big up, mate.
George saying I would go 4-4-2 and drop Son or Decky into midfield. Can't do any worse. Doesn't really make any difference at the moment, does it? If the players don't want to even try, then the formation isn't going to matter. But I know what you mean. Just try something different, mate. I kind of get that.
Yeah. I want to ask a question to understand. I'll start with Bob and then I go to you, Aaron, then I go to you, Coover. Do you think Conte was a bit late making the change tonight?
He looked so miserable.
Yeah.
What a miserable, there was no oomph from the manager. And you just wonder what his team talk was like. Bergwijn should have come on a lot earlier. He was great when he came on. At least he showed a bit of attacking intent. Don't understand the Doherty, but no, he was confused because we changed the formation 3 times, didn't we? Started with a 5, went back, went to a 4. Then he thought, no, fuck that, we look shit, and went to a 5 again. I don't know, man. He was, and that's not going to fill the players with confidence as well. When the manager's second guessing himself, as a player, you're going to think, well, manager's not doing right. And I'm sure when Doherty went off and Emerson went on, let's be honest, the players know how shit Emerson is. They know the difference between the quality of how Doherty's been playing of late and how he played today. And Emerson, he even runs funny. He runs funny as well. Yeah, there was like no one from the manager down. There was, I don't think there was a clip of him shouting or, ordering the players around once, like he normally does. He was stood there with his arm folded or arms in his pocket and just looked glum. It was, I don't know, man. When a manager looks down, you think that's just gonna, it's just gonna be passed out throughout the team, and I think the players' performance reflected Conte's demeanour today.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. Everything you're saying, Aaron.
Word for word, what Bob said. I was looking at. I mean, we all love Conte body language. We love his animation on the sideline. We love his passion. Where was it tonight? Where was it today? And I have to question the substitutions as well. So, Bob, I absolutely agree with you. I'm not going to say any more. You just said exactly what I was going to say. So, yeah.
I'm looking at a different aspect of it. It was so shocking how poor we were in the centre of midfield. And Conte's looking at the bench. I know we must have all been looking at it and thinking, who have you really got to come in centre of midfield? You got basically untested kids to come in there. And Conte might have been thinking, well, am I gonna put them both on here? Because they both needed replacing. I think Hojbjerg and Winks were both shocking. Winks especially so. Hojbjerg at least had a little bit of fight in him, but even he didn't offer much. It cried out for 2 different players in there with energy, bit of pace, bit of aggression. Could Harvey White and Alfie Devine have done that? It's a hell of a lot to put on young shoulders like that to try and drag the whole team around. So was Conte just thinking, spare them for this match? I'll take the flat for it. Managers have done that in the past. Or should he have just risked it, put them on? What would have happened if he put them both on, made that double substitution, and it went horrifically badly? He would have got slaughtered. It would have been, what's Conte doing, bringing off Hojbjerg and putting on Harvey White? It was a judgment call. I think he had to do something. He elected to try and spice it up on the wings, and it didn't work.
No.
Out of curiosity, I was out cold when we played Morecambe. I was out of it. What kind of team did we play against Morecambe? Did we play any of the youngsters or?
It was just the fringe players, wasn't it? It was the really it was Dele Alli and Ndombele, and he did that tremendously slow walk off and got booed off by the fans. Players having to shove him off as well. He just couldn't give a shit. So it was all those fringe players we know aren't good enough. So we scraped through that a little bit.
I think that proved what we all thought of as me and Dave Harris called him Mr. McDonald's, Mr. Burger King. That was the nickname me and Dave Harris came up with him at one point. He just didn't want to come off, did he? Because he just stood there. And the man's got the ball though. He's thinking, what, me? Like the arrogance of him.
It was an embarrassment, mate. Absolute, like it really was, to see his self-centeredness, not caring about the team, not realizing that the manager's making a change for the better of the team to try and get the win, and he's whinging off the pitch, stumbling. I mean, that broke it for me. I mean, I know we've all called him undone burgers, and I got in stick. Kirsty gave me trouble for picking on him being lazy and the burger jokes, but man, the guy deserved it that day. I'm happy that guy's out of the club, and I hope he never comes back.
Such a waste as well, because I do believe he got his mentality right, he got his belly right, got his head right. The guy's got the ability to be one of the best players in the world. Yeah, he really has got the ability to be one of the best midfielders in the world. He pisses all over Pogba for ability-wise, and then Pogba's seen upon as one of the best in the world. Ndombele, like I say, if he gets his head right, he could be one of the best. And I think we just need a manager to tell him that. But again, like I say, he needs to sort his head out.
And you know what's shocked? He got dropped out of this French team as well, Bobby. You know, I mean, like that's. I mean, the guy. I totally agree with you. He's got so much ability, but just doesn't. His attitude. He's like, I mean, even Benoit Asukoto, who confessed he didn't like football.
Yeah. No,
played better than Ndombele, put in a better shift. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking when they get a player like Ndombele with all that ability, and it's just going to waste.
There's one player he really reminds me of, Adebayor. That's another one could destroy a team when he's playing.
Great comparison.
And just doesn't give a shit most of the time. Got my money, got my Rolls Royce. Here's my car collection. That's all he was bothered about.
That's it. Got a quote here from Conte. He did a bit of a press conference with Tottenham's Hotspur website. And the only quote that came out of it that I can find actually tonight is the only one way to continue is to work very hard with the players. That's one of the quotes that has come out tonight. I mean, he looks depressed. He actually looks fed up to the back teeth of it all. But you know, we could go Sunday. We can play Everton now next and beat them 4-0. That's Tottenham. We win one, lose one. We could go now, and the next 10 games will go unbeaten for the next 10 games.
Get the feeling he's been gagged in that press conference, because that's just such a stock response, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious he's just going to work hard. He can't dip into a transfer market at the moment.
No.
So there's no choice.
There's like 5 defeats in 7 games now, isn't
it?
It is. It's fairly ridiculous.
5 defeats in 7 games, man.
Yeah.
You got to look back to January as well. I know I was delighted with the Deadwood getting out, right? Dele gone, Ndombele gone, Brian Hill. Okay, I wasn't particularly happy that he was loaned out and went back to Spain. Who was the fourth lad? I can't even remember who the fourth lad we got out was. I was happy with who left in January, but bringing only 2 players in when we're screaming out for a proper right wing back, a creative mid, and again, January's tricky. I'm not going to be dumb and say that you can just buy anybody, but like I'd say that deflated Conte in some ways. That again, Levy didn't back him. He wasn't backed, and to have one of the top 3 managers in the world, up there with Klopp and Guardiola, who I don't particularly like, by the way, but he's in that bracket when it comes to success. And for Levy not to, pump the money behind him or to, I don't know. Look, January's tricky, so I'm going to hold out till the summer. But
well, it's the fact we take so long to do anything in January that's so annoying. We knew well in advance where the deficiencies were in the team. and we did nothing about it. I mean, the absolute ridiculous thing out of all of it for me is that saga over Adama Traore. We're going for him in the summer, for Christ's sake. You could have found out in the summer that he didn't want to come to us by bidding the correct amount. And then just say, well, we'll move on. We'll try somebody else then. But instead, you waste 2 windows chasing him.
Decky has been great. Decky has been great for us. But let's be honest. Was our first priority a right winger?
No. Right wing back.
We need
yeah.
Oh, a right wing back. Yeah, I mean, Traore would have come. I think that's what Conte had in mind. But I don't think Decky's going to be able to play a right wing back. I don't think he's got the legs, or I mean, he probably could do a job there. But with Lucas there, with Bergwijn there, I don't think it wasn't a priority. Full stop. We needed either a wing back, or we certainly needed a bit more creative in midfield. Now, if it's going to happen in Jan, so be it. But I don't think, certainly striker was more of a priority. But the whole thing about lastminute.com, when Paratici was at Juventus, I mean, yeah, it's a different club and stuff, but he'd go out with his director, I can't remember his name, his man alongside him, and they do all the business early every season. They do all the business early. They target someone and get him in. So Paratici's been, is held up in a great light. Say, yeah, he's brought in Decky and Benny, and we'll wait until the last minute. The only reason we've waited to the last minute this time round, despite Paratici being there, because there's only one man signing the checks, and you will not sign the checks till the last day of the transfer window. Now Conte's not going to stand for that. So the beginning of the beginning of the summer is going to say a lot, because if Conte's been promised X, Y, Z, he's going to want players in early. He's not going to stand for another lastminute.com.
So
lastminute.com to me says Levy.
Totally agree with that, Bob. I think the counterfoil that goes with that is we have the policy of we don't sign a player until we've sold one. And that's kicking us in the arse, because that puts the clock ticking immediately. If there's any delay in getting players out the door, we miss out on signings, and we keep doing it. Clubs like Man United, they just go out and buy who they want, then look at offloading. They don't give a toss, because it's more important to get the team going. They haven't done it very well, but at least the intent's there. With us, the intent is not there, and it's so evident, and it's been like that for a long, long time.
It's never there, Coover. I mean, it's never there. I mean, can you tell me the last time we've really done well in the transfer market? January. I mean, there was transfer markets. We never bought anyone.
Yeah,
and we were crying out for players.
And we're one of the top 10 wealthiest clubs in the world, apparently. I mean, it's just wrong.
It really is. I mean, I've got a quote here from Holberg as well. He said, this is something come out of his interview, and I'm fair paid for him to come out to do an interview because some of the players couldn't be bothered. So big up to Holberg for actually having the guts to come out and face the cameras, I have to say. He said, we have to execute the chances that we had and close the game. And he also said, I thought our fans today were massively involved and had a huge voice. That's his interview he's done with the Tottenham Hotspur Twitter page. I mean, Bob, the fans, again, we got the best fans in the world because they support our team up and down the country, rain, snow, wind, whatever, they're there. I mean, I felt so sorry for them tonight, the people that have travelled all the way up to Middlesbrough. But you've got to say fair play to them.
Absolutely. Fair play to them. But they're weak. We've got a weak fan base. You know, as committed as they are, as much as they travel, no matter snow, sleet, rain, wind, whatever, they'll travel. They're weak. They'll go home. They'll cry over another loss in the FA Cup. But we joyous Monday again, going into the shops, spending hundreds of pounds, going to the stadium, having a wicked day out, being blinded by the shiny new stadium which has no inkling of Bill Nick, Jimmy Greaves, any of our Steve Perrymans, Gary Mabbotts. There's nothing there that suggests we've had these great legends play for us, apart from a little room with a couple of pictures. We've got a weak fan base. We've got a fan base who, like Coover says, are quite happy to settle for mediocrity.
Yep.
So big up to them to travel up and down, absolutely. Because certainly I wouldn't be able to do it, but big up. But yeah, they'll mull over. They'll mourn the defeat for tonight, and then it'll be back to usual. There won't be any action taken. Let's just say.
It's basically watching the long-term conditioning of our fan base to be turned into good little consumers. Don't care about the results anymore. Oh, be patient. Well, we have to be patient. January's difficult. Be patient. Be patient. Oh, it will take a few windows. Be patient. Be patient. Don't forget to buy your merchandise, though.
What gets me? We all got together to get sugar out. All of the fans did.
Yeah.
And we did. Why can we not do that again? I mean, when I was there, when I went over, I went round with Brian. I mean, Brian was a great host to go around with, and he showed me, and I met a few people with the protest as well, like Graham and that. And big up to Graham and all them, because they do that rain, sleet, snow, wind. And I can't do a lot from Ireland, but I say a lot on my channel. Me and Coover and Phil and Ben all say Levy out. We're a big Levy out in this channel. And fair play to them people. And there should be more people joining these protests now. There should be more people going out there, finding where Graham is, going there. Right, we'll join you. We'll back you up. There should be more people doing this.
I had a little hoo-ha on Twitter a couple of days ago saying patience, or something silly, and it takes longer for a rebuild. And I hate the word rebuild. We should not be rebuilding. We should have built. We should have built under Poch. We didn't. I disagree. I know Poch said we need a rebuild. We needed a build. We needed to build on what we had under Poch, not a rebuild. We needed just to build. Just needed a few extra players, and then that would have brought us success. That would have brought us more revenue. That would have brought us a bit more exposure. That would have enticed a few more of the bigger players around Europe. There would have been a domino effect, and we could have built. We could have built. There's absolutely no reason for the way we were under Poch, finishing second, getting to the Champions League final, getting to finals, getting to semi-finals, finish constantly, continuously for top four. There's absolutely no reason we should be sitting here talking about a fucking rebuild. We should have built. We should have built. We should be building right now. We should be in a position where we build. Man United, they're not winning titles, but they're building. There's no rebuild there. When you bring in a Cavani, when you bring in a Varane, when you bring in a Ronaldo, they're building. They're not rebuilding.
But the thing there, Bob, and it's the same with Liverpool. It's the same with Man United. It's the same, I think, with Man City. The manager wants a player, they go out and get that player. No questions asked. They'll pay the money, whatever they got to pay to get that player for that manager. You look at Liverpool. They wanted a Van Dijk. They went out and got him off Southampton. They want, they sold Coutinho and used that money to build the team. As you rightly said, they built. And Liverpool being very successful. Man United under Ferguson. Ferguson always bought 2 players or 3 players in every summer just to continue building the side up for the next season or the next few seasons. That's why he was successful. Bill Nick was the same. We won the double. What did we do? Right, we're going by Jimmy Greaves. With striker, we didn't need a striker because we had Bobby Smith and who else? We had somebody else up front with Bobby Smith, but we bought Jimmy Greaves.
Yeah.
And like in the 80s with Keith Birkinshaw, when we came back up, right, okay, we're building something. Let's build it further. We'll go and get Ozzie and Ricky. Let's go and get Garth Cook, Steve Archibald, Graham Roberts, Chris Houghton. That wasn't for the future. It was for that season and the next season.
Yep.
And we seem to have lost our way. That we seem to have lost our soul. We seem to have lost who we were. Keith Birkinshaw said back in 82 or 83, I think before he left, there used to be a football club over there.
Yeah.
84.
By Jesus, he was looking well into that. Man could see into the future because them words have come back and bite us on the arse tonight, this season and last season. Because
Soul's
there used to be a football. Sorry, Bob.
Soul's gone from the football club, but it's also gone from some of the fan base as well, which is the biggest unfortunate thing.
Yeah, the fan base don't care anymore. It's good enough to get top 4. That's good enough. No, it's not good enough. We want to win trophies. Yeah, go on.
So many things. Sorry, boys. So many things that you've just said in the last 5 minutes. I wish I had my pen and paper out so I could make notes. Right. We have that 17,000, cop-like state or stand. The south stand in our new stadium, and it's seriously like there's no. It's not shelf side, mate. It's not. It doesn't have that same passion. We've I've been to the Alliance Arena. I've been to the Olympia Stadium, Bayern Munich's old and new stadium. You want to see their fans, man. They bleed for their club. They are insane, and we need that in our fan base again. We need the passion back, and it's just gone. It's gone. It's all. And I know a lot of people like playing FIFA and Football Manager and stuff like this. I don't. Football for me is football. You play it on the fucking pitch. And it's just, I think there's so many FIFA playing football fans these days, particularly, in the Tottenham community, that it's just gone soft. It's gone so soft. I wish I had my notepad out so I could have written down the points because I've got a terrible memory. But Bobby, everything you say, word for word, mate, I agree with you. It's, if anyone could articulate my thoughts, brother, it's you. So just keep it up and keep up the big fight. One thing. There's a lad called Ryan Isaac, right, who was there along with Graham at the protests, along with Daigle, along with Rez. But this guy, Ryan Isaacs, he's not on social media as far as I know. But my God, does that guy put in his shit?
He's tweeted. He was there today with the Levy out. Thing he sent me a picture. He goes, Bob, there you go. It's for you, mate. And he had a Levy out picture. Flag at Borough today. So yeah, he was there today. I'll tweet. Oh, you're not on Twitter anymore, are you? But yeah,
I'm off all social media, mate. I got too much abuse.
Yeah. No, he was there today.
Right, Ryan Isaacs. If people haven't seen it, he does a rant on Tottenham on tour a couple of weeks ago, after the protests had come to an end, and they've done a clip of it. I think it's like a sort of 10-minute rant, and it's one of the most explosive and hard-hitting rants against our fans and the apathy that goes with so many of them. Big part of the problem, we're not going anywhere because people that keep accepting this shit, and they will again. It'll be you just wait till the end of the season. There's going to be half the fans. Conte out, and when it's not Conte that's the problem, and then the next manager will be all their fault again. Pochettino, he's not a world-class manager. He was a load of rubbish. No, these managers were not rubbish. How could Mourinho have been rubbish off that truckload of trophies? He might not be the most inspiring in terms of attacking football for some of us, but he was a proven winner, and we didn't back him. Even Nuno, what did he get to deal with this? The same crappy squad would have been on offer for anybody else. So I mean, you can almost like forgive him for being bad, because what else was going to happen? Nothing.
Well, Nuno, I said this right from the start. He's a mediocre manager who was in charge of a mid-table team who used to play pragmatic football. Why expect anything else? You bring him in, what are you expecting? So we were losing games left, right, and centre, and not performing. And I wasn't surprised. I'm like, well, what do you expect from this manager? He's not a good manager. There's a bigger picture. Should be pointing your finger elsewhere. But I do need to go. I need to take my cocktail of tablets, and I need to watch my blood pressure as well. Yeah. So
being a Spurs fan,
that's a very difficult moment.
Just turn off the TV. Well, watch the new episode of Peaky Blinders or something, mate. Yeah.
Can I just say, Bob, it's been an absolute honour and a privilege to have you on, sir.
Honour's mine, mate. Coming on there, speaking to you guys, it's been absolutely fantastic and purely best and honoured, mate, honoured.
Yeah,
I notice at times you're almost struggling with the words. That's part of the recovery process, I'm assuming, mate.
That's it, mate. Yeah. Once I'm on stream, I'll be fully fledged and getting there. But yeah, I've got to take the odd extra breath now and then.
No worries.
Well, Bob, we're all here for you. We're all behind you. Whatever you need, you just have to. All you do is ask. And we'll be there for you, sir.
Big up, Derek, as well.
Bob, I'm really scared because I think only me and Kirsty are moderators on your channel, and you're going to have thousands of viewers on your first night back. So me and Kirsty are going to have a work cut out, brother. Seriously. You got to get some more mods in, man.
But please, everyone get over to Bob's channel and subscribe the hell out of it. Let's get him even higher for when he comes back and get them like all these previous streams. I mean, even I couldn't sleep the other night and actually watched one of the earlier streams when we got Nuno came in. And I just enjoyed. I just wanted to watch you on YouTube again. It was just I needed to see a bit of Bob. But please, everyone, get over to Bob's channel. And before you go, Bob, we've got a special guest.
We've got your replacement.
Yeah.
Oh, big up.
It's Shamu's cat. It's Bon the cat.
Look this way.
There you go.
The better job of right back.
That's on
fluffy
right
love.
back.
We all need a bit of fluffy love tonight, yeah.
He's not heavy.
Get him in instead of Eberson.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Listen,
Good
I'll
night,
let
lads.
you go and get your thing. But God bless you, man, and take it easy. And we'll speak to you soon.
I've lost sound.
Big love, Shamu. See you later, mate. See you later, guys.
See you later,
Cheers,
Bob.
Bobby.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Shamu, get hold of your camera, brother.
One
And
legend to another.
Yeah, I mean, what a surprise. I didn't even see him come on, Coof. You told me. I didn't even know he was there.
The most beautiful Tottenham fan of all time, Bon the cat.
He is. Bob,
Blue-eyed boy, mate.
Bob helped me in my early, gave me great advice when he was always on the end of Twitter, DM'd, you should do this, damn it. Just advice how to get this channel. Oh, the cat's gone. He's had enough.
Shamu, we can see you.
I can't see. I can see you three.
Shamu and his internet, man.
Are you Spock or something, Aaron? Because you can see into the future.
Dude, I run. I've got like my phone, my PC, and the TV. I've got 3 different devices.
I tell you one
in the
thing.
background here.
I know this is going off Tottenham. Tonight we can talk about anything just to take our minds off that. I've been watching the old Star Trek, the 60s Star Trek programs. They're actually really good, some of them.
You got to watch the 1960s Batman, mate. The Bat Dance.
Oh, I love that
They
one.
were talking. I love the way they subtitle the fights so you know what's going on.
Look, guys, sorry to be rude again. Sorry, Dermot, but my earliest kind of sexy thought was Catwoman is hot.
Yeah. Which one, though?
The one from the 60s.
There was two in the 60s.
Oh, both of them then.
No, the first one.
Eartha Kitt was smoking.
No, the first one for me, Newman.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, lads, we've done an hour and a half. I think I'm going to call it a show there. But thank you for everyone that's come on. Thank you to Kuva. Thank you, Aaron, for coming on as well, brother. Really appreciate it. And you too, Kuva. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time and your efforts. So thank you all very much. Thank you to Ben. Thank you to Bomb the Cat, which I will be putting on our Twitter page, pictures of Bomb the Cat. So he is our new mascot, actually. So we will be putting them on. Thank you to Ben for coming on. Have enjoyed your holiday, Ben. And also thank you to Bob Spur for, bless him, for coming in from his hospital bed. God love him. And spending some time with us. Really appreciate it. Bond's upset after today's game.
Right.
There will be no show in the morning, but I will be back on Thursday morning at 11:30. Maybe on my own, maybe with a co-host. Who knows? You'll get a surprise, but I will be back on Thursday morning.
I can probably be persuaded, Dermot. I mean, since,
Okay.
I do still help out when going to be short.
Yeah. Well, should we do a game Thursday morning, Koof? Should we show a no game?
Nah. Let's just sulk. We'll just make different food on live on air and say how good it is.
Yeah.
And
hello. As we end, Shamu's back.
Because I can hear the worst timing, man.
Yeah. We're just about to end, Shamu.
He's always fashionably late, Shim.
What did you think of tonight's game? Very quickly. Hello.
It was pathetic.
Oh, his internet's backed up again.
0.
That's all you need to know.
What did Bond think? What did Bond think of the game? I mean,
he was meowing all morning. He was pissed off. All morning. He wasn't even sleeping or hanging out for the game. He was just meowing all morning.
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you. I feel bad for Shamu coming on and we're ending. I feel really guilty now.
I'm just laughing how Bond looks like a rug with a tiny head with two eyes.
That's good.
But we will be putting up Bond's picture on our Twitter page. He is our new mascot.
Tottenham Bond Spurs.
Yeah, Tottenham Bond Spurs.
Yahoo! You hear that?
Yeah.
That's what we call a well looked after cat. Kurt Zuma, take note.
He's fat as fuck, that cat, man. Yeah. He's only a kitten still as well. That's what's freaking out.
It's all fur.
He's fluffy.
It's all fur.
Yeah.
Shamu, you're feeding him the undon-belly diet. Give him a break, man. Put him back on vegetables.
He deserves the undon-belly diet. Okay.
Oh, bless him. But listen, everyone, big up to everyone who's came on. Big up to even Shamu and Bond the Cat for making a late appearance. Next time we'll get you on earlier, Shamu, after the Everton game. I'll send you the link earlier, so we'll get you on earlier, sir.
Yeah, all good.
All good.
Yeah,
but lastly, I want to send my prayers and my thoughts to everyone in Ukraine. Keep up the fight. We know you can do it.
Well said, Dermot.
100%.
And, and also my condolences to the two professional Ukrainian footballers who lost their lives tonight as well. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. But look, football is just a game. We love it. We go through many emotions. But aren't we lucky to live in a society that we can actually go out in the morning, buy our papers, milk, food, without being shot at or bombed at? So, we all get angry with these games with Tottenham tonight, but think of them poor people in Kiev tonight. So Big up, everyone. God bless you all. Stay safe. We won't be here tomorrow. We'll see you Thursday morning at 11:30. And come on, you Spurs. And
Come
goodbye,
on, you
Bon.
Spurs. Enoch out.
Hang on.
BB
I want to see, can I get Bon up? Hang on.
Bye, Bon.
Can you bring Bon up? He's on his own, Cove.
Bring let's see.
Hang on. That's it. Hang on. Oh, how do we do that?
There we go.
Hang on. We'll
There.
just that's it.
Oh, yeah,
There we go.
swapped it.
All right. Go on. You swap it then. Go on.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, my blue-eyed boy.
Yeah,
Magnificent, that cat.
it is.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. God bless everyone. God bless Ukraine. Good night.